to GESP Podcast. We are here to reimagine the playing field in women's sports with female game changers. My name is Ruža, FA of Serbia grassroots manager, sports industry specialist, and former football referee. Let's empower the girls with this episode, and big round of applause for my next guest. Hey guys, welcome to GSP, another podcast episode. Today I have a really pleasure and privilege to host one and only Jovana Jovović, the current and future leader of the women's handball national team of Serbia. But I have a special announcement for her. Here comes Jovana. She comes from Serbia. Well, because Jovana recently scored a phenomenal goal against GER, if I said it right. And this is something really spectacular, especially if we know that this is a comeback of Jovana after injury, after being away from the handball field and having some specific world championship, let's say like that, where she had a burden on herself as a leader for the first time in career in that way. So this goal means a lot, and we will speak about it. So welcome, dear Jovana. I'm super happy to have you here.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm really happy to be part of this. So all I can say after you is that I'm really happy for this last goal and everything what happens after my injury. After World Championship, where I was the leader of my national team, but the most important is that I really feel that I like to be there to represent my country in the best way. So after that, I just came back and I was like, I need to show something in my club also. So I think in the best moment came the last goal against GER, because as I hope everyone knows, it's historical victory for my club. After 16 years, we beat GER. It was in Champions League. Maybe it would be a little bit better if we beat them in the Hungarian league, but it's also nice feeling.
Yes, exactly. Please don't look for the minuses in your victory because this is really, really huge. And you and I spoke personally about girl in yourself, about young Jovana now being at the spotlight of the biggest handball stage. So, and since in this project, in this podcast and similar podcast, we do speak about reimagining the field of women's sport, because we do want to go back to those girls and see what we can do for them and improve every sport we speak about from female perspective. So when you were thinking about that, about little Jovana who started playing handball in small town in Serbia, and then coming to one of the best leagues for development of the players, and then reaching some really highs with national team, and then reaching some lows and all the obstacles you had in your career. So what was the feeling?
Now when you said that, when I'm thinking back about everything what happened in last, let's say, 7 years. Okay, I play handball since I was 11, but let's say that the most important part of my career started 7 years ago when I came to Hungary. In the beginning, I thought it will be a really big step for me, but I didn't miss any of my steps because I joined the Handball Academy in Dunajvaros. So I played with the girls who were the same ages as me. So when I'm thinking back about that time, I really felt the big difference between handball in Serbia and in Hungary. Like the things what in Serbia, first of all, we don't have academies, handball academies. In Hungary, it's like the most important part of the handball sport, let's say, about handball, because that's what I care the most. So when I came here, I saw a really big difference, and I didn't see the difference between how the men club works or, for example, women club. So we had really exactly everything like them, and they do care about us. And I think women handball is one of the most popular and I don't know how to say, like everyone knows everything about women handball here in this country. So really everything, when I came, I was only 15 and I really didn't know what we can use during the practice and how it works. And when I came here, I was like, wow. So this is what I really wanted to feel one day, that we can work with a lot of stuff, that somebody really do care about us.
Yeah, so when you see, I mean, Hungarian system and Hungary as a country is due to many reasons quite advanced comparing to Balkans, not only Serbia. But there are some models that we can copy. You mentioned like having some academies and so on. But if you would have a magic wand in your hand, what would be the first thing you would do in Serbian handball regarding women's handball? Like, what if you would have, let's say, one thing to do? What would be the first thing that pops on your mind?
So first of all, I really enjoy to spend time and play handball in this country. But in the end of the day, I'm really thinking like I would be the most like the happiest person in the world if I have the same in my country, that I don't need to leave my own country to play somewhere else. So if I can change some things, I think it's not that bad if we copy some things from them.
Of course.
Because they also copied this maybe from, I don't know, Denmark, Sweden, let's say the best countries for the handball. So I think it's really not bad if we sit down and let's say like, okay, let's copy this. We need to open one or two academies to bring boys or girls to play handball, to enjoy, to love this. So I think in Serbia, a lot of talented boys or girls, they leave handball when they are, I don't know, 15 or 16, and they're like, okay, maybe it's for me, it's better if I study or something like that, because there is no more future in the handball in Serbia. In Hungary, it's really on another way. That I remember when I was in handball academy in Dunaj Varoš, they went in the school also, but handball was the most important. So it's really the culture. Handball in this country, it's like a culture. It's the most important thing for a lot of us. And if I can change some things, I don't know where to start, but first of all, I will make like a really big academy where you can feel yourself that you are like at home, first of all, and that you need to have everything to play handball. Like when I saw our gym in Dunaj Varoš, now when I compare this with the gym in Debrecen, it's really bad.
Of course.
But when I saw the gym and that I can lift and do some exercises, I was like, wow, this is what an athlete really needs. And in Serbia, I think we don't have like stuffs like that.
Yes.
And like the small things makes, I think, difference. So we need to start from the lowest level to reach something like what they have right now in Hungary.
But you really do take care of what is happening in Serbia. I know that you also, when you have some time, visit your elementary school. You visit some local clubs from your hometown. You support your aunt who is into handball and rebuilding something in your area. So why do you do that? And what is your motivation behind that? Because I do feel that you really, really take care and want to do something for the girls in Serbia, especially those who are passionate about handball.
Yeah, because I really love my country and I really want to reach like the biggest goal with my national team. That's all I care about if we are talking about handball. But when I'm going back home, I like to visit the school and the sport hall because I want to show them that we still have a chance to make something in our country. I live in a really small village and my aunt, she played handball when she was young, but because of her injury, she stopped playing handball. So when I started to play handball, I was like, okay, I need to keep doing the same thing like she did. And now she opened it's like small women club only for the small girls. And I'm trying to help her. I cannot help with I don't know how to explain. I can go and visit and show them some elementary things about handball. That's all how I can help them, to give some T-shirts, to give some jersey, to give some motivation for small girls. Because I remember when I was kid, I liked those things. Kiki Liščević, she lives in Sombor. It's near my village. So when I was kid, I was listening about Kiki a lot. We got her jersey once. So I think those things really matter.
Exactly, they do matter, and in the end, even if they stop playing handball, you show them support, so they do know, and they will grow up thinking that some other successful ladies do support girls from small towns, and they do not forget the place they came for, which is really really important to keep that within yourself. And I do know how respectful you speak about Hungary, but also I do know how much you love your own country. But it is a really specific and interesting thing that in your area, not only in your place but around you, you mentioned Kiki Livcevic. There are so many successful handball players, female, male. There are also some guys that are now part of the men's national teams, different age. We have them in under 19, under 17, and they're now really rising stars of our handball. So what do you guys eat there when you're such good in handball?
I don't know, really, in that area,
Is it in the air something?
Something is in the air, probably. So I don't know. I left my village when I was really young, so I didn't follow how they grow up and what they eat right now. I really don't know. But all I can say that in my village and in our area, we really love handball. So we don't have any other things to do. When I was kid, I remember I went to school. After school, I slept a little bit. So after that, I was like, I don't have any other job. I just need to go to practice. So handball is like our lifestyle. That's all I can say about us. And when I was at home last time, I met with some guys. And as I remember, we sent you the picture because I know that you love that things, and it made me really proud that I can be with them and that we can share some moments from national team or to talk about handball a little bit. So I don't know what we eat, but all I can say that we really love handball, and it's our passion, really.
Okay, maybe somebody will do a research on food and air related to handball.
Yes.
From entire area.
Pljeskavica and cevapi, maybe probably that.
Exactly, that makes sense. But speaking about youth and everything, you said that in Hungary you do feel there is gender equality on a really high level, in terms of you didn't feel like there are differences. But overall, in, let's say, Europe, let's keep Europe here, and especially because to European Union these kind of projects are important to raise awareness on that. Where do you see women's sport comparing to men's sport, and what would be something that maybe hurts you at the moment? What would you like to change? I mean, even in your own country, in the way how you have been treated in Serbian national team. What I can say from the perspective of Serbian Handball Federation, of course, there is a higher buzz around men's handball that comes from, let's say, media. But in terms of federation, I do see them that they try their best to improve the way how you guys logistically look and how they can support you in the future. And I also believe having female leaders help that too. But in the end, it's not where we would all love to be, but we are working on that. But what hurts you at the moment, especially because I do know that you follow sports a lot. You follow basketball a lot. Yeah. You're super passionate about it. But when I hear about men's basketball. So what do we lack in women's sport?
So if we are talking only about Hungary, I can say that maybe in this country, I don't feel it that much. Because as I said before, the women handball is like the most popular sport. In other way, we have men's football that they are only talking about money. And they're talking that they have a good stadiums, that they have, I don't know, 5 like super stadiums in Budapest. And now I live in Debrecen, so I can see the super stadium of Debrecen also. But they are not on the same level like us. So our hall, it's not super good. It's like just a normal hall with good atmosphere because of our fans and the people who love to watch handball. But in those moments, I can see the difference. And now we are like some Balkans here in Debrecen, so we usually drink coffee together, football players, basketball players, and some of us. So, and when I can hear them and when we can talk about it, they are just like, like money, expensive players, that they have the best gym in the world or something like that. And we are not talking about, I don't feel that they really love the sport. And
So to them, it's more job.
More job, yes. And when I'm talking with my teammates, a lot of us, we are sad if we lose the game. So for me, it's like a passion that they don't have the same love for the sport and the same passion as us. So, but as you said before that I follow sport, yes, I follow football, basketball. It's the most about like man basketball or man football. But I have a lot of basketball girls that I know that they play here in Hungary. One of my best friends, she plays in Pécs. So I lived with her in Budapest for 2 years, and I could see the difference between men's and women basketball. And when I was talking to them, to her teammates, I was like, they are also in the bad situation as us. So we could share some bad and good things about our sport. And I don't know what is the biggest reason, because we train the same as them. We play the like 40 minutes or 60 minutes or 90 minutes the same as them. So we do exactly the same things, just somehow they're like, I don't know, on the highest level. And I will never understand it, because it hurts a little bit when I see that I really fight for every single thing about handball, and still the woman, like the man handball or man football, it's still the most popular. So sometimes it hurts, and we are really trying to find some reason why is it like that. Because as I said before, it hurts, but I don't know what can be the solution, how we can find some reason why is it like that.
I also have to say one thing that I witnessed in past year and a half. Since I do believe that if you say that you support women's sport, you need to be there by yourself. That doesn't mean that you only go with teams when you have chance to go for free. And therefore, I paid by myself to go to watch the EHF final of Women's Euro in Ljubljana. And after that, I also went to Ljubljana to support women's basketball. So I was in the same city for the same competition, so same level of competition, 2 different sports. And I was super surprised that handball was, let's say, 10 times better than basketball from every perspective you can imagine. Organizing level of organizational, and then also, so more fans. Nobody was interested in coming to basketball championship, and the promotion around it was so poor comparing to the handball. And then I realized that really female basketball is suffering, and that female handball is not in that bad situation, which I can also maybe compare to the fact that you guys play in a period of year when there is nothing else. So everybody knows that year is ending with handball and starting with handball, which is also super cool. Besides you, there is only winter sports and that's it. But I do also know that this is something that is really difficult, because you literally play all year around.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. When I lived in Budapest, I could go on Ferencváros football games to see and feel this super atmosphere. But then I choose to go to watch my friends, how they play. So it's like female basketball. I was there on every single game. And I really felt those passion and love during 40 minutes. And I saw that a lot of fans, marketing, everything was on super level. So I was really happy to them that they can feel that also. So Budapest is a really big city. So you don't have it's not like here in Debrecen that handball is the most popular sport. So a lot of people are coming to watch us. But I still felt that they played for Vasas. And I was like, it's nice to be part of them, because I was with them the most of the time on some team buildings, because the coaches were from Serbia. So I tried to talk with them about everything, because as I said before, we have really some the same problems.
Yes.
And in Debrecen, I visited one male basketball game last week, and I wanted to compare this to this game from Budapest, and I was like, So we still have some chance to be better. So just keep doing. So I think we can make it. Just we need some time. So that's all I can say about this. But sometimes I'm really sad that. Oh no! First of all, I'm really proud that and the year ends with handball and starts with handball. So for me, it's really I'm really proud because of that. So maybe a lot of people can follow us. And
Exactly.
as I remember now, on male European Championship, it was the world record or
Yes.
something like that,
Yes.
like almost 60,000 people, and I was like,
And also there were millions of people watching it
yes,
over
yes.
TVs and live streams and everything.
Yeah, and a lot of people from Debrecen also asked me, like, what's the situation in Serbia? And I said that we don't have that much visitors on the games. Like, I'm not talking about national team, I'm just talking about clubs. But that's the problem that we were talking before.
But still, when
somehow,
you see, when we have a game of national team on the national television,
yeah,
it's the highest number
always.
there.
Yes, because
so
I
culture
think
of coming to
Serbia,
the hall is not there, but culture of following handball it is.
Yeah, I think so, because if we are talking only about my village, everyone talks about handball. There is no other sport. Sometimes about football, but football in my village is not that good.
I mean,
So
football is global sport. Everybody's speaking about it.
Global sport. But when I can see in small villages, the people are they are talking about handball. So I think people in Serbia, or not only Serbia, but in the Europe, they really love handball. So I think a lot of people can see the same passion as I see, or I don't know how to explain it. Just that's why I can't wait for our game in the national team, because I think the people miss handball, but they miss handball on the highest level, and they really want us to take the gold medal, even if we don't have the team for that. But
not yet.
Yes, not yet. But in the future we will reach it, I hope. So I think women handball, it is on some level, but it can be on higher level, I'm sure.
That's true, but it is comparing to other women's sport, it is in a slightly better position. I mean, especially when we see Champions League games and people following that. So it is let's say some type of a sport that you can use as an example. But one topic that I really want to discuss with you, and I left it for this, let's say, final part of our conversation, is really importance of speaking about mental health of you guys, female players, because we spoke about the fact that you had an injury that took you away from handball for some time, and then that was something really difficult regarding to your mental health, and then you had a comeback, so that also brings some doubts in your mind, or I mean, you need again to trust to your body, so in your hands, so what you can do with it. And also there has been quite of a pressure around national team, and it's still there. So you cannot say that you have the super positive, supportive environment around you, you girls, but still, I do see that you use that as your motivation rather than going down. But that pressure is quite hard, and that pressure is really something that it drains you. Because I remember one of the last games of the World Championship that you played, you couldn't stand on your feet because you were so exhausted. And I believe that exhaustion doesn't only come from the physical, but also from the mental point of view.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that?
So first of all, I need to say that one of my best friends is Andrea Lekic, a superstar of our handball. So she is one of the most important part of my career. If I need any help, like, it's not only about like tactically about handball. If I need something about my mental health, she is one of the most important part of my career, really, because she's always there to give me some advice or how to do something, on which way. And she
has been like that with so many yes. people. I mean, that's why the people love to have her in, not only in their lives, but also in their teams, because she's quite of a teammate, let's call it like that.
Yeah. I think first thing, when I'm thinking about Andrea, she's a superstar because she went through a lot of bad things, and now she's still the best. For me, that's the most important. Like, her career wasn't that easy. Like, okay, I will just go there, I will score 10
she was
and I
the
will
best
go
player
home.
in the world, but then
Yes.
so many injuries happened and so many things
Yeah.
happened, but she still came back.
Yes, I think a lot of people don't even know like what were the problems with Andrea like during her career. She really went through a lot of bad things, bad coaches, let's say bad teammates, but she was only thinking about herself, and now she's still on the highest level because of that. So if I need some advices about this, she is the first person who I will call, because I think she can give me like the best advices and like best sentences what I can use in my head every day. So if we are talking about mental health, I think this is the most important thing for an athlete. If you want to be the best, you need to be hard here, because I think this is really the most important to stay strong in those difficult situations. I had 2 surgeries of my elbow, so I can't say that I was on lowest level, but almost.
Yes.
That a lot of bad things went through my head, that do I really want to play handball still? But then in the end of the day, I was like, I really want to be the best. So that's my dream. That's why I'm not with my family. That's why I'm here alone and fighting for my goals every day. So in the end of the day, I'm strong with myself, but it's hard to be strong in front of other people. So you really need to show those passion every day and that you are really strong. So mental health for me, it's the most important if you want to reach your goals.
Exactly. I also always use Nora Mork as an example. I mean, she had 9 surgeries on her knees or something like that. And after every single surgery, she comes and she's the best. I mean, even if she's not the best scorer or something, then she focuses on being the best assistant to her team. I mean, this is really something to look up to, because I mean, we had the same situation with Andrea with different injuries and so on, and and with many other players that we know, and we had a chance to have them around the national team and everything. So this is really something to look up to, and I do believe that mental health played, and actually their mental strength played the crucial role in that. That's for sure. But you also,
so I think that's what we really missed on world championship, for example. So I think we could fight with everyone, but we missed this mental health in the end of the games. So when we were, you and me, when we were talking after games, I was always thinking about that some of the girls, that we missed that part in our heads, that, okay, we can beat them. We can beat them. I don't care who is in front of me. I can beat her 1-against-1. I can stop her 1-against-1. I can score the goal if the best goalkeeper is in front of me. That's the part what we missed the most. That's only my opinion on World Championship. So if we can improve in that way, I think we can reach our goals together. So maybe we don't have the best team. Maybe we are not the most talented. But if we are together and if we are strong in our head, like mental health, what we were talking about, I think we can reach our goals together. So I really don't care who is in front of me. Now we are waiting for the game against Montenegro. Maybe they are better. Maybe they have more Champions League players. Maybe they have better coach, or I don't know, stuff like that. I really don't care. So the teams win in the end. That's what my team, Debrecen, showed this season in Champions League, that we don't have stars. We don't have like popular players or famous players, but we still beat Dior, who has 16 superstars in the team. So it really doesn't care in sport.
That's true. I mean, you won against the dream team, because I mean, when we speak about your, for so many years in the past, there was always superstars and dream team, and I mean, even when Vardar tried to do the same, and the Bucharest as well, it was not on that level, because in Jur it's always like that. You always feel like their dream team, no matter the roster or something. It is really like that. So your win is what is needed in sport, because our sport needs winning with the teams who rely only only. I mean, the most important thing on the teamwork and how you girls are together and everything else. And yes, you mentioned like, but when I was watching the men's European Championship in our national team, we were also basically winning every game and then losing them in last 5 minutes. So it was like the same. And then you saw their body language that showed that they do not believe that they can win, which is, it was really strange because those players, they're really on high level. They're really superstars. I mean, we have best players of German championship, best players and best scorers of French championship. And then we speak about Champions League, Europa League. I mean, also the guys from Vojvodina who won the HF Cup. I mean, you cannot say that we cannot be compared to those teams. But then you saw the weakness in head, and you saw that weakness actually crash on all their dreams and goals going forward. But in the end, what I can say comparing to both championship, because I was following both teams, is that you girls, you are aware of your weaknesses, but you still really love and believe in what you do, what you have, and what you can achieve. And sometimes I even believe when people are more talking on how not capable you are to do something good, you are even louder in terms of how capable you are, which is really super positive and something that we can take as a message from here. I mean, no matter what others think, you guys believe in yourself.
Yeah, you remember how much me and you, we were fighting against everybody who was against us in that moment. And I think, as I remember, I couldn't sleep because of that, because I was like, okay, we are here to fight, to represent our country on the best way. And then somebody next or in front of the TV, he is there to say that we are not good in the job what we do. So for me, it was like, I cannot accept it. I will fight against everyone on the court and out of the court, but I will show that I'm here to represent my country on the best way. So when I was watching the men's handball, I was their biggest supporter.
Of course.
Because I know what we went through. So I was like, I really want them to reach something, to go through the group, to beat somebody, to show them that handball is still alive. Because I'm sure that handball is alive in Serbia. Just we need the people who will believe at us. That if I don't know, I don't care about the comments, because after game, the first thing what I do, I answer to my parents, and the second thing is that I'm going to see the comments. And only what I can do is to laugh on them, because if somebody in front of TV can comment the game, I'm like, okay, come, catch the ball, and then if you can beat those players 1 against 1, I will give you my jersey. There is no problem with that. So I'm really like, I'm the biggest supporter of every athlete in the world, because I know that it's not easy to be an athlete. It's not only about, okay, I will do some exercise, I will play the game, and then I will go home and enjoy. It's like passion 24 hours per day. Exactly. What you eat, how you sleep, who are the people around you, because I think that's the most important. If you have positive people or super positive like you, you have chance to reach something and to achieve your goals in your career. But if you have negative things and negative people around you, it's a little bit harder to do anything in the life, not only in the sport as an athlete.
Well, that was one of the reasons why I wanted to speak with you, to share this positivity and passion to everybody.
I think that's our like, we have the same passion for what we do. Exactly the same.
Exactly. But there is one sentence that I like to use: great minds think alike. And no, I'm not being cocky or super confident like people like to call me. I just believe that if I am surrounded with successful people, then I will be more successful, and that's it. Of course. So as you said, environment is really important. People around you are really important. And I can just say to you, keep doing what you're doing. You're really becoming a huge leader on and off the field. And this is something you can really be proud of.
It's the best thing when you do it for your own country and when your people are supporting you. I think because here in Hungary, after this Saturday's game, I was the hero of the city. I was the hero of the club. But in the end of the day, I was thinking like, I will be the happiest in the world if I will be like the hero of my country. So I
Yes.
think that's the most beautiful feeling, and that's what I'm really waiting for. That's what I'm fighting for every single day. So with super positive people, we can reach our goals.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Jovana, for taking your time to speak for the GSP podcast. I really enjoyed it. And I also have so many good messages to pass on to younger generation and to use this positivity and potential of social media to share all the good things you said that people can learn from. Thanks a ton.
Yeah, it was a big pleasure, and my message for everyone is just to keep working so hard and fighting for your dreams. Thank you so much.
Big shout out to European Union for co-financing this project as a part of the cooperation partnership in field of sports.